The hardest thing you're going through right now is this feeling of loneliness and need that's tearing your soul apart. Their absence and the silence between you have left a huge emptiness with no end in sight. You've been fighting with all your strength just to find a way back. Welcome to a new episode of the Astrology and Tarot World Show with me, Tariq Khalifa. This episode is dedicated to Gemini predictions from May 1st to 15th, 2026, covering all areas of life. We'll continue our discussion after the break. First, let me invite you to like and share this video as widely as possible so the maximum number of people can benefit from it. And if this is your first time watching the channel, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell to all so you don't miss any future episodes of the Astrology and Tarot World Show. We'll start the predictions with a general and detailed love reading for all Gemini natives. And we'll begin by talking about those who are separated. All love readings can very likely have reversed energies. Even after all this time, your heart still refuses to forget, and your thoughts are still tied with strong ropes, pulling you back to the past and to the moments you shared with that person. The truth you're facing today is that their presence in your heart is still strong, and the longing inside you has no end. You're truly infatuated with them, and their image keeps crossing your mind, and every time you feel this strange peace and comfort. As if your day just isn't complete unless they're on your mind. The connection between you two can't be easily explained, especially after all this time apart. Because you feel like every part of you is still calling out to him. You know and truly believe that your feelings are real and deep, and despite the pain and the distance, the passion is still burning strong. Today, you fully realize how much this person means to you. And that's why the pain grows every time you think about them. You're holding on to a seed of hope in your heart for a new beginning. And deep down, you'd really want to give this story another chance. Because you see them as someone unique and special, someone you won't find again. And maybe right now you're telling yourself, I wish I'd been wiser in how I handled things back then. The hardest thing you're going through now is this loneliness and longing that's tearing your soul apart. Their absence and the silence between you have left a huge emptiness with no end in sight. You're fighting with all your strength to find a way back. And even though you might have doubts inside about a third person being involved in this relationship, or maybe there really was a third person in the past, but over time, you realize that anyone else's influence is so weak, it can't stand up to the flood of feelings you have for them. You've left your fate up to destiny, but at the same time, your mind won't stop asking, what should I do to get us back together? You believe that getting back together is the solution, and you want to take positive, calculated steps aimed at rebuilding bridges and fixing what was broken, but the confusion is eating you up inside. You're afraid to take a step that'll bring you back to the same mistakes of the past. In the end, these decisions are your responsibility. And your future with this person depends on how smart your next steps are. You can get back together, but this time, the chapters of your relationship have to be truly new and built on a solid foundation of maturity and stability. Your partner's feelings. The heartbeat of this person as it reaches you across the distance is something really special. Right now, this person feels you deeply and knows for sure that your thoughts are still revolving around them. And they can see your feelings for them as clearly as daylight, no matter how much you try to hide them. They're completely convinced that there's a powerful spiritual connection between you two. A bond stronger than any argument and deeper than any difference in opinion you've had. They see that the way you feel about each other goes beyond real-life problems, even in the moments when one of you wrongs the other. This deep bond stays just as it is. It doesn't get shaken. It's as if the bitter experiences you went through were just a choice. That choice proved that the love between you is way bigger than any obstacle. Despite the obvious disagreements and the problems that happened in real life, the spiritual love still sits on the throne of your hearts. This person is fully aware that everything that happened hasn't affected the core of their feelings toward you. Despite the hardships, love is still quietly steering the ship. Right now, they're going through a tough time of loss and longing, and he feels a terrible lack of the security and happiness he used to draw from having you by his side. He never doubts for a moment that you were each other's source of joy, and the beautiful memories you shared still haunt him everywhere he goes. He sees the disagreements as just surface-level issues and shallow problems. But the spirit of the relationship was always pure and very close to his heart. And that's why he has a very serious desire to fix everything that was broken. He truly believes that the love energy between you is the magic ingredient that will heal the relationship and revive the spirit that faded away. Pay attention, Gemini. This person really suffered and put in a tremendous effort to keep this ship from sinking in the past. And maybe at the time you didn't really appreciate the extent of the sacrifice and dedication he was showing. Now he's reaching out with a second chance, and he has a strong desire to get back the paradise you both lost. You should also know that this person is a fighter in his life. He struggled a lot in other areas away from you, whether at work or facing tough circumstances, and that made him carry the weight of mountains on his shoulders. Sometimes the relationship with you was an extra source of pressure for him, and he tried to hide his exhaustion and pain behind a curtain of strength so he wouldn't seem weak in front of you. That effort is what kept the relationship going, maybe up until the breakup happened, but honestly, this whole thing cost him a lot, his nerves and his spirit. Right now, he needs you to recognize and appreciate that effort so you can start this new chapter with a clean slate and mutual respect. My advice to you is that a relationship like this, with its long history and tangled emotions, isn't something you find much these days. You and he both need to realize that this kind of love has become a rare thing, and it's not something you see often in this day and age. It's really one in a million. The spiritual connection and deep understanding you two share is truly unique. And that's why you both need to treat it with the utmost care and caution, just like you would handle a precious gem you're afraid might get scratched. It's become difficult, almost impossible, for either of you to find someone like the other again in your lives. This feeling and the spiritual bond that lets you sense him even when he's far away won't ever happen with anyone else. That's why you need to appreciate the value of this love before it's too late. If there are obstacles, people, or problems getting in the way of your relationship, you need to put a stop to them immediately. No one and nothing should be allowed to steal your happiness or stand in the way of you being together. Right now, you need to think positively about your future together and use this time to clarify your feelings and open a new page of deeper understanding where there's no room for doubt or fear. This is the time for honesty. You both need to express your feelings to each other honestly, without sugarcoating. Tell him you appreciate every effort he made in the past to keep this relationship going, and that you appreciate his effort and patience. Because these words in particular might be the secret key that brings life back to the relationship and strengthens it again. This appreciation, Gemini, is what builds homes. And showing gratitude is what clears the hearth. This relationship needs transformation and maturity, and you need to make the most of every moment to strengthen the bonds between you. Honesty and appreciation are what will make your future together brighter and more peaceful. Always remember that sometimes the compensation comes in the same person, just in a more mature and calmer version. So invest in that rare love and hold on to it with all your strength. For the singles, right now, you're in a very enchanting state of mystery. You're no longer pouring out your feelings or telling your stories to everyone you meet. On the contrary, your silence this time is exactly what's drawing all the attention to you. Everyone is trying to crack your code, and there's an energy of meeting someone new that will appear in a fated or completely unexpected way. It could happen through a strange coincidence, or someone from your past might show up, but with a completely different level of maturity. You've started comparing things more wisely, telling yourself, I need someone who understands my mind and my silence before they understand my words. Don't give your full trust from the very first meeting. Give your heart the space to make sure this person truly reflects your soul. For those who are in relationships or married, this time in your relationship, Gemini, you need depth and openness. Not just small talk on the surface. Things are heading toward a place where you'll be revisiting old issues or misunderstandings that were hidden beneath the surface. Your partner might feel like you're distant or a bit mysterious. But the truth is, you're recharging your energy and organizing your thoughts so you can give them the best of yourself. There's a desire for you both to sit down and have a real, honest conversation to clear up any lingering misunderstandings. This needs to be handled with intelligence and the ability to read between the lines. If you do that, you'll be able to keep the peace at home. An old secret or issue will come up between May 10th and 15th. The key is all in the honesty that shows in your eyes before your words. Work. In April, Gemini will be the mastermind, working quietly and with incredible intelligence. You don't need to prove yourself by raising your voice. Your work and the results you produce will speak for you and earn your respect from everyone. With the sun in the house of secrets, you'll come across as a bit mysterious, moving behind the scenes at work. There's a special task or project that requires secrecy and organization coming your way, and you'll prove that you can handle the responsibility perfectly. This time, your success will come from your intense focus and your ability to plan ahead. And that's going to really boost your professional reputation in everyone's eyes as a planner and researcher. Money. Financially, you're in a phase of strategic management. There's a sum of money coming your way in the first half of the month. It could be from an unexpected source or an old job you'd forgotten about, or even a financial settlement that'll work out in your favor. This money is coming to secure something you were worried about, and it's going to make you feel more stable. The great thing is, you've become really mature when it comes to spending. You'll spend on what gives you peace of mind and supports your future stability. And you're steering clear of any unnecessary extravagance because you feel like you're building up to a big step at the start of next month. Else, you need to give your mind a break from overanalyzing and obsessing over hidden details. Overthinking every little thing is causing you insomnia and nervous tension, and it's making you feel mentally drained. Spending some time alone will be really important for you. Or just sitting somewhere quiet, away from the noise in your phone. Your body really needs a break from screens, so your nerves can truly calm down. If you set aside some time every day for silence or meditation, you'll find your physical and mental energy shooting up. And you'll get back that vitality and spark everyone used to envy you for. In the end, Gemini, May is telling you, there is strength in silence and wisdom in calm. Organize your thoughts quietly. Trust your intuition beyond words. That's what'll get you safely to shore. And with that, we've reached the end of the predictions. I'd love for you to leave me your comments about how much these predictions matched your experience, because that really matters to me. Please like and share the video as widely as possible so more people can benefit from it. And if this is your first time seeing the channel, please subscribe and turn on the bell to all so you get every future episode of the World of Astrology and Tarot show. This was Tariq Khalifa with you. See you next time.